Marcelino, I guess I'm sure it was disappointing to miss last season, but we heard you kind of joking at Big Ten Media Day about kind of being the old head in the locker room these days. I mean, just what, from a leadership perspective, from an on-the-field perspective, whatever, just, I mean, what do you feel like you're going to bring as a guy who's basically probably seen just about anything any of your teammates could bring up as an experience at this point?
I say more so knowledge, experience, perspective, all the above, really. Like you reiterated, I've kind of seen it all. I've seen, the dark times. I've seen the good times. Most recently, 2019, 2020 season. But I also know who I am, how I work, what I bring to the table. So as far as the young guys go, I get to show them, how to produce, so to speak. And alongside my work ethic, we got guys like Tom Mullen, Ty Fry, the list goes on, that knows how to work as well. So it's not like I'm alone. But as far as being here for a while, yeah, I'm the only one.
Marcelino, can you tell me a little bit about with the excitement of last season and the progress this program made? A, how difficult it was just to watch that from the side, and B, how much you want to continue that acceleration this year and being able to contribute yourself even more.
Yeah. A, it was exciting, yet hard, obviously. If you're a kid, right, and you're grounded, but all your friends get to go out, it's exciting for your friends. You're not jealous of them, but you just like, dang, you got to stay in the house. So I give it kind of that example. Another situation that went on throughout the season, I think it was like the fourth game, and I'll never forget it. Basically, I think we just got another interception for sure, and I was maybe on my third month, and I was just so frustrated that I couldn't go out there and just play because they were just making so many plays. I was just like, man, I can go out there and do something too. And so I had looked up, like, is there any chance you can be on the field or do anything athletic on a 3-month post-ACL surgery? Obviously, I didn't get no results. And then B, I forgot what you asked.
Just now that you're into this year,
Oh, yeah.
Continue to accelerate that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, I mean, that the B aspect, now it's the perspective. So, like, coming back now, there's like, we're going to fall camp, so there's obviously going to be hard days. Around day 10, nobody wants to be here, right? Like, and that's all around the nation. Like, fall camp is tough. But the perspective that I had to, like, have it taken away, regardless, bad days or good days. Now it's like, I know what it feels like. I've knew what it felt like before, but like, things have to happen again to kind of remind you, oh, this is what it feels like to have this taken away from you. So now it's so recent. My excitement is through the roof, regardless of what happens. It's through the roof, and obviously, we striving for everything. We striving for the Big Ten championship. We striving for the Rose Bowl. So it's even more through the roof now. I've seen what they did without me and all these things. So, me coming back, it's nothing but cheerful and joy.
I guess to kind of keep going on that topic, you mentioned perspective at the beginning, but just from what you've seen in the entire time you've been in this program, I mean, how does it sort of hit you differently? I mean, than some of the guys that have known mostly success here, to have seen how far it's come, and how does that kind of give you perspective going into this offseason when you guys have real expectations are likely to be a top 25
Right. So
team?
it hits me differently. Well, I'm not gonna say like other guys, like Ty Fry's been here for a while, Raheem Lane's been here for a while, Cam Jones, et cetera, et cetera. But we all have different feelings, so I feel like it hits me in a way that, like, coming in as a freshman, wanting to just take over the world, and we ended up short. We went to a bowl game, we ended up short. Then my sophomore year, we didn't go nowhere. I got hurt even that year, and then we still didn't go nowhere. And then we had guys like T. Gray Scales, Greg Gould, CC, Richard Lego was the quarterback at the time, even with Peyton. And then junior year, we ended up short again. So like, I know what it feels like to just be like a loser. You know what I'm saying? And in 2019, we took that leap. We fell short back-to-back 2019 and 2020, but we still took that leap, as you've seen. Like, it was an obvious leap. Sometimes I draw blanks. But, sorry. But my perspective on it all is just like, it's just different. Like you always want to be around winners. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I was always a follower. Like, I always wanted to follow somebody who was leading me to success, right? And so now I'm that guy. Like, now people are like looking at me in some way, shape, or form to be the leader. And so all those years following guys that are successful, now it's time for me to, you know, take on that torch, take on that with all the different walks of life I've been around and just all the different things I've seen. My perspective comes into play. You know, I feel like going into this year, I feel like I could be an asset as far as leading us to success and winning, continuing winning. And yeah.
Yeah, Marcelino, a lot of transfers have come in during the offseason from different programs. How's that been received so far in the locker room? And as a leader now and as an older guy, how important is it going to be maybe even to police that, should, maybe goals diverge or things be different?
No, nothing's different. That's the main thing, whether it's transfers, freshmen, what have you. Once we've established that culture, it took time. It takes time, right? But it's established now, right? So whoever come in, they gonna have they come. Now, in here in Indiana, the guys that come in, the freshmen, the transfers, they already kind of get the vibe. Like, it's like when you walk in a room, you can feel the vibe of a room, right? You know what I'm saying? You can feel if it's very tense or very chill and just very welcoming. Guys that come in here is very welcoming. You know what I'm saying? And it took a while for it to be welcoming, but also have that vibration that, okay, this is how we do things, this is how we go about things. Having edge, being hungry, being focused, right? And so, like you said, the transfers that came in, it was no issue about them having potential other goals that weren't aligned with Indiana football, you know what I'm saying, as a collective. So that was never an issue. Like, my guy Buddha, the running back from USC, like, he's cool, rider. I've been hanging out with him a lot, and alongside all the other freshmen. So it's a collective for sure. And that's another thing that, like, over the years that I've seen change, just on how freshmen, just on how people are welcome more and more and more as the years went on, as we became to, like, have the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Hey, Marcelino, what's your early impressions of Coach Warren and his personality and how that'll impact the team? Yeah, just your impressions of Coach Warren so far.
I'm sorry, you were talking low. Nah, he's cool. He's a cool guy for sure. He got a head on his shoulders. He came in with the chip on his shoulder for sure because, like I reiterated a long time ago, one of the first things he said was he fighting for his job too. You know, he has his job, but he's fighting for it every day. You know, he wanted to make sure he holds the standard of what his job entails, of what Coach Allen expects of him to do every day. So to hear that from him, to feel his vibration and just feel his energy and things like that, is very welcoming again. And it's, I don't know the word. It's I don't know the word, but it's very, yeah, that. But nah, he's a great DC. I can't wait to, like, throughout the spring, I didn't get to technically play with him or play under his calls because I was still rehabbing. But so fall camp's coming around, and so like I feel like things will really get rammed up, and he'll get to we'll get to really get going for sure.
Mark, hey, you talked about a couple of things that I want to go back to. The first is you were talking about the welcoming nature here. I would like you to talk about, what else you've seen, the other major changes you've seen in your time here. And the second thing is, when did you realize that you were going to be the leader, the perspective, all of the things that you were talking about earlier?
The first question, you said, what were the changes that I saw? It's not, I can't really, word it for you. It's just the feeling, the feeling. It's like a relationship. Like me and you right now, I really don't know you like that, right? But let's say over and over, months and months, when we grinding, we running gases, we doing all this, and also we're hanging out outside of the treacherous, vigorous workouts we have to do, our relationship just starts to, mesh much better as we converse more and more and all these and all that, and just add what I just said to the whole team. Offense, defense, O-line, DBs, like, we're all cool. Like, my guy Moroses, he on the O-line, like, I'm cool with him. He's an O-lineman. Like, you wouldn't think a DB and an O-line would be really cool like that, but we are. Or Khalil Benson, like, me and him, we had to deal with our ACL injury. Me, Khalil, and Sam had to deal with our ACL injury around the same time. We got the surgery on the same day, and, like, that's a tight end and a tackle, like, and I'm a DB. Like, that's a weird combination, but we're all cool. So, like, the whole team is like that. If that answers your question. And your second one was?
When did you realize that you were going to be able to offer all this perspective?
I don't know. It's just life, man. I mean, everybody has perspective. You have a perspective on something that you could teach the class right now. Everyone has perspective for sure. I just believe that when I am needed to be, like, something is needed to be said by me, I feel like at this time, like, I'm able to step up and speak it. And I'm very calm and relaxed. I'm very cheerful, I'm calm and relaxed. And so, I think it comes off more understanding. I'm not like a rah-rah, I'm not Ray Lewis or anything like that. But when it comes off, I feel like you could feel like what I've seen, what I've been through type deals. And I feel like that can go a long way, being here at IU and dealing with, say, 16, 17, 18-year-old freshmen coming in, or guys that's still in the junior, sophomore year range that still don't really know where they are. And it's also funny that I'm only 20, I really say I'm 21, but I'm only 22. And it's like 6 years at 22 years old, like, that's weird, right? And so, like, it's weird to think about all that, and then, like, how you have all this perspective is like, you'll be surprised. I've been here for a while, so I ramble a lot, so, yeah.
Marcelino, your personality, we did the radio show up at the Big Ten Media Days, and at Big Ten Media Days, you just seemed to be having a blast. You were going around, you were goofing with the other guys up there. Can you imagine doing that years ago, 4 years ago? Is that part of what has changed here? Is that part of what your change has been and part of your leadership?
Yeah, I feel like that's a great question. So I feel like 4 years ago, 4 years ago, I feel like I was just so, like, I was just all about business, and I still am. But, changes in my life allowed me to just relax. Even in the pressure times, like, we could be out there running, I'm just relaxed, but still take it seriously. Still take it to the highest extent that I gotta take it to when I got an opponent across from me. But still be very nonchalant, be very calm. Because I don't know, because, like, I feel like that's truly me. Now, I can, like, if it's time for me to just be 100%, just whatever, then yeah, I can do that. But I feel like me is just truly being cheerful. Like you saw me, like I was just having fun. Like I'm just having fun. Like I have a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a new perspective. I couldn't walk when I told my stuff, man. I couldn't even go up my stairs. So like I'm taking everything. Like I'm not taking everything for granted. I was about to say the other thing. I'm having fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only here, man. I'm only in this team room for till December. After that, it's over. I'm in the real world, man. I gotta go do something. You know what I'm saying? I can't play football for free no more. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So while I'm in college for 6 years, yeah, I'm finna have fun. And even after I'm gone from IU, I'm gonna still have fun. It's just gonna be the real world at that point, So yeah. All right, y'all.